Hello students, welcome to Headlines of the Day. In this video, we are going to discuss major headlines of the Hindu. तो चलिए फिर आज का डिस्कशन स्टार्ट करते हैं. न्यू दिल्ली ढाका हेल गंगा पैनल. It is available on page number 1 and related to paper 2 international relations. In this article, we have to know about the objectives of Ganga Technical Committee and other recent developments in India-Bangladesh relations. तो objectives क्या हैं इसके? It will conduct a study for optimum utilization of water received by Bangladesh under the provisions of Ganga Water Sharing Treaty 1996. Ganga Water Sharing Treaty is a 30-year agreement which is expected to be reviewed in 2026. जो ये गंगा टेक्निकल कमेटी है, it is one of the several initiatives including several major connectivity and energy initiatives that the two sides have recently announced. Our next important headline is Dry Bihar to turn liquor bottles into glass bangles. It is available on page number 4 and related to paper 2 Polity and Governance. In this article, we have to know about Jivika program. Recently, Bihar government has decided to set up factories to make glass bangles out of seized liquor bottles through its Rural Livelihood Promotion Program, which is known as Jivika. It is funded by World Bank and it is a rural social economic empowerment program that comes under the Rural Development Department. Our next important headline is How Ideology Muddled Inflation Control in India. It is available on page number 6 and related to paper 3 economy section. In this article, we have to know what are the reasons for increasing inflation, impact, challenges in tackling increasing inflation and what needs to be done to control inflation in India. तो बहुत ही अच्छे से इसमें एक्सप्लेन किया गया है. आप इसको गो थ्रू कर सकते हैं. अपार्ट फ्रॉम इट, फॉर कंसेप्चुअल क्लियरिटी आप हमारी वेबसाइट पे विजिट कर सकते हैं. उसका लिंक अवेलेबल करा दिया गया है डिस्क्रिप्शन में. Next important headline is Evolving Role of CSR in Funding NGOs. It is available on page number 7 and related to paper 2 Polity and Governance. In this article, we have to know what is corporate social responsibility, how is it regulated in India, significance and what is the role of CSR in funding NGOs. तो इन सारे पॉइंट्स को बहुत ही बेहतरीन तरीके से हमारी वेबसाइट पे कवर किया गया है और लिंक अवेलेबल करा दिया गया है डिस्क्रिप्शन में. अपार्ट फ्रॉम इट आप इसको भी गो थ्रू कर सकते हैं. Our next important headline is Time for Joint Space Exercise. It is available on page number 7 and related to paper 2 international relations. In this article, we have to know about Indo-US collaboration and future prospects. It is stated that space has been singled out as a critical area of cooperation in the recent Defense Technology and Trade Initiative meeting between India and US. Space as a military domain is well accepted fact. In 2019, US stood up its Space Force as a branch under Department of Air Force. At the time, it became the world's only independent Space Force. In India, historically, space has remained the sole jurisdiction of its civilian space agency, which is known as Indian Space Research Organization. However, successful demonstration of an anti-satellite missile test in 2019 changed things forever. Last, it is stated that doctrine in space is still evolving, with the US urging partnered countries to lay down rules and norms. China and Russia have released a draft binding treaty of their own. Our next important headline is Content Moderation on Wikipedia. It is available on page number 8 and related to paper 2 Government Policies and Interventions. In this article, we have to know what can the Indian government do if it is aggrieved by a content on Wikipedia. So in India, intermediaries to claim the safe harbor of not being responsible for the content they host under Section 79 of the Information Technology Act 2000, they must abide by due diligence requirements under the Act and its rules. As per the Information Technology Rules 2021, there are certain categories of information that an intermediary should not allow to be hosted or uploaded on its platform. One such category is information that is patently false, the untrue, and is written or published in any form with the intent to mislead or harass a person, entity, or agency for financial gain or to cause any injury to any person. Next important headline is Mandatory Requirements for Packaged Commodities. It is available on page number 8 and related to paper 3 economy section. In this article, we have to know what are the mandatory provisions under the Legal Metrology Packaged Commodities Rule 2011 and what are the proposed amendments. Recently, Department of Consumer Affairs has notified draft amendment to Legal Metrology Rules 2011. It has suggested that at least 2 prime components should be declared on the package front side along with the brand name. Currently, manufacturers list the ingredients and nutritional information on the back of packaging. Our next important headline is Cabinet approves PM SHRI scheme. It is available on page number 10 and related to paper 2 Polity and Governance. In this article we have to know about PM SHRI scheme. इसको हमने बहुत ही बेहतरीन तरीके से अपनी वेबसाइट पे कवर किया है और लिंक अवेलेबल करा दिया गया है, आप जानते हैं. Our next important headline is breather for coal plants draws anguish. It is available on page number 12 and related to paper 3 environment section. In this article we have to know about government's recent decision to extend the deadline for fixing pollution control equipment. Recently, Environment Ministry has for the third time extended the deadline by which coal plant must install pollution control technologies to stem emissions. Ministry first specified emission norms for the control of sulfur dioxide, nitrogen oxide and mercury from coal-fired power plants in December 2015. Our next important headline is Army undertakes major infra drive along LAC in Arunachal. LAC means line of actual control, which is a demarcation line that separates Indian controlled territory from Chinese controlled territory. It is available on page number 12 and related to paper 3 infrastructure. In this article, we have to know about the Indian Army's recent drive for infrastructure development in Arunachal Pradesh. After significantly upgrading firepower and infrastructure along the line of actual control in the Tawang sector of Arunachal Pradesh, the army is on major drive for capability and infrastructure development in rest of the Arunachal Pradesh. This includes road, bridges, tunnels, habitat, storage facilities, aviation facilities, upgrade of communication and surveillance. Our next important headline is WHO to stress prevention of non-communicable diseases. It is available on page number 12 and related to paper 2 health section. In this article, we have to know what are the non-communicable diseases, causes, consequences, treatment and management, role of WHO and initiatives of India. तो इन सारे पॉइंट्स को हमने बहुत ही बेहतरीन तरीके से अपनी वेबसाइट पे कवर किया हुआ है और लिंक अवेलेबल करा दिया गया है डिस्क्रिप्शन में. और नेक्स्ट एंड लास्ट इंपॉर्टेंट हेडलाइन इज CBDC to reduce time, cost in cross-border business. RBI's Sankar. It is available on page number 14 and related to paper 3 economy section. In this article, we have to know about the central bank digital currency, its benefits, challenges and ways to handle these challenges. Right? तो दोस्तों आज के लिए इतना ही. जाते जाते I would say be the best version of yourself. Thanks for listening.